And cutscene.
Mara, this is Mon Mothma. Go ahead.
I'm concerned about Kyle. Have you heard from him? He's been out of contact for quite some time now.
I understood he was on some sort of personal mission.
He was investigating a lead he had regarding the ruins of a Sith temple on Dromund Kaas. But I'm afraid something may have happened to him. I think I should check it out.
I can't afford to lose either of you. Do what you must, but keep in touch.
I'll contact you as soon as I know anything. Jade out.
Can I just say, wow, I did not know that
That looks like a
Dromund Kaas was established as early as this game.
Yeah, right? Isn't that crazy?
So is Dromund Kaas,
Now to see if I can find Kyle's shuttle.
In the MMO, it's the capital of the
Although
Sith
I'm not
Empire.
Sure I like the look
Yep,
of that
and
swamp.
that's what it is here. All right, so you're gonna notice in this level and for the rest of the game, I use nothing but the lightsaber.
Nice.
That is because Dromund Kaas, I think it's full of like force energy or something, and all other weapons except the lightsaber immediately just fail.
Huh.
All your
Really?
guns just shoot sparks. Your grenades will not explode. Nothing works except the lightsaber and force powers.
There's
Kind of crazy.
It is, yeah, that definitely doesn't happen in the MMO, obviously, but there is a never-ending lightning storm on the planet, so...
Yeah, that actually might be the reason, but, yeah, the only weapon that works is the lightsaber. You also might have noticed that I did a Force Persuade as soon as I came in, and that wasn't just to skip a bunch of enemies. There's a statue, that detects force energy and will immediately start attacking you and pushing you back unless you use Force Persuade on it. Yeah, unless you use Force Persuade. Now, I'm trying to get a secret from this. There's a fucking Dianoga guarding this thing, so I'm waiting for my Force Persuade to recharge, because trying to fight a Dianoga with a lightsaber is basically, you're just gonna die. That's what's gonna happen.
For sure.
They want you to... Now, this is where I should have heeded the walkthrough's instructions and gotten Force Destroy and, or at the very least, Throw Lightsaber.
Nice.
Which,
yeah, throw lightsaber is pretty solid.
It's actually a really... I get it later. It's a really shitty move in this game. Now, keep in mind, I maxed out Force Persuade. You're going to notice my Force Persuade dies very quickly. And it happens when a chirping happens because of the aforementioned, what is it, the lizards that disrupt force powers.
Oh, they have Il Samiri here?
There's Il Samir here, and there's also a bunch of fucking Vornsker here.
Nice.
And I don't have any guns, so I have to fight them in melee. Also, there's these weird orc guys who I still can't remember the name of, who just waddle towards you adorably. Actually, these are different ones. I think these are like... I don't know.
They look like sort of off-brand Wampas, but...
Yeah, they seem like they're Wampa adjacent. And then one of them tried to ambush me by jumping out of a tree.
Nice. That's good. Effective work, guy.
But yeah, I wonder if... Is that how they eventually take... Like, is that how the Sith Empire eventually falls? Somebody introduces... Vornsker and Il Samiri there?
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a decent way to do it.
I mean...
Oh
God, it is a jungle planet, I'm
Vornsker
pretty
are
sure.
ass kickers in this game.
They are bastards.
No, they are like the single hardest enemy in this game, and you will just keep fighting them. Oh yeah, and then there's also these plants that shoot darts at you.
Nice.
But you can reflect the darts with your lightsaber for some reason.
That's dumb.
But they also get tricked by Force Persuade.
Also, I'm amused by how reminiscent this is of the original Thrawn trilogy. And just Mara Jade rolling through a wilderness full of Vornsker and Milsurat, whatever the fuck.
Il Samiri?
Il Samiri, thank you.
Is this a thing that actually happens?
Yeah, no, like literally
so
in the
it's a major
original
part of the Thrawn trilogy is when they actually discover them.
Yeah, and
rediscover them, I guess.
Luke and
This is me
Luke
trying
and
to. I have to hit
Mara
the fucking.
Jade roll through them for a while.
I had to hit that fucking Eel Samiri because it killed. I can't use my force powers around it, and I need to be able to force jump up to this ledge.
I didn't realize they were that small. Wow.
Yeah, and also I don't think you can kill them. I think punching them just makes them leave.
Well, they're bigger than that, I think, in the canon, because like you have to have like a special harness to like carry them on you.
Yeah, as you say, I thought they were, but maybe that's just so that they like can survive and go around with you.
Yeah, so that's the thing that really sucks is that like they're so small in this that you can't see them. Like they're imperceptible. Like all that happens is you get fucking trolled because one is like in a place that you can't see and it just eats all your force powers.
Nice. Just straight up dick moves.
Just,
no, you're gonna. So one of the things I will say is the strategy guide I was following, which is like I think it's like the first strategy guide on GameFAQs. For pretty much all the rest of these levels, they say there's this enemy, this enemy, this enemy. Have fun. And they keep saying these are the funnest levels in the game.
Nice. Classy.
So now we're about to enter the Sith Temple, which. Oh yeah, for some reason there's a random... in further dick moves, we bring back the proximity mines that are hidden on top of secrets.
I mean, to be fair, if you were a hardcore Star Wars fan when this game came out, this probably was the most awesome level that ever existed.
Yeah, that's pretty true, because like, oh god, it's just like the book, and also like all this stuff that I know about and like just found out. Whoa, that's creepy.
So I have to use force,
Force Persuade to open the rock?
No, I have to use force seeing in order to be able to see that I can hit that button.
Nice. That's cute.
So now, like any good sequence, entering into the Sith Temple means I have to have a mirror match with evil Mara Jade.
Of course.
So you notice I'm just like circle strafing like a motherfucker because that's the only way to get to not get hit by force lightning.
The funny thing is, it wasn't all that long ago that regular Mara Jade was evil Mara Jade.
Yeah, exactly.
And now I'm trying to get out of her
this is great.
Oh boy.
They also realized that circle strafing was the most effective strategy, so they made this room very tiny and add ledges that you can fall into and just get stuck for a second.
Excellent.
You notice I keep doing this like double lightsaber swing move. That's because it's a very highly damaging move.
Yeah, it looks like just like a...
It's not even that it's a double swing, just hitting with one of the swings does more damage than a normal lightsaber swing.
Do you suppose if you've been going dark side that she's light side?
No, because she's using light side moves. She's using force blind.
Okay.
Force lightning. She has basic light side and dark side moves. And I accidentally turned on night vision goggles there because I was trying to use Bacta. There we go.
Get wrecked, me.
So I'm not gonna lie, that fight took me probably 15 tries. Just because, like, there's so many...
hello.
This guy will kill you in a single hit. Or like 2 hits, maybe.
Are those the Vornsker?
No, those aren't, Vornsker are they're tiger things. You'll see them.
Okay, I was gonna say, I thought they were supposed to be a little more
They don't show up until the next
bestial,
level.
But it's been a long time, and I don't remember what they are supposed to look like.
Yeah, no, you'll know a Vornsker when you see it.
You'll know one when you see one.
And now I'm like climbing through like, I can't tell if it's cliffs or like tree roots. And then this area has a lot of super weird geometry that makes it very hard to navigate, even with the map. More so because I believe there's some parts of this that you'll go to a dead end, and then when you go to another room, the dead end that was in the previous room is no longer a dead end.
Huh.
Oh yeah, it's this room, and I have to do something with this statue, and I don't know what, but just being around it long enough, like, will eventually open a door.
Neat.
So like this room is absolutely a dead end. There is nothing that you can do here, and then suddenly the map opens up. And I'm not sure if it might also be
like
something
kill
like
all
a
enemies trigger.
It might be it might be a kill enemies trigger. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, it lowered. It looks like.
And so there we go. You see now that it just opened up. There's
I think the statue was sunken halfway into the ground too. So.
Yeah. Just gonna skip those Dianogas. And that's the end of the first stage of the Sith Temple. Get ready for get ready for like 4 more stages of this.
My body is ready.
Is your mind telling you no, and your body is also telling you no?
So this is actually
telling me yes.
Now we have to fight these these Sith statues that animate.
Excellent.
Which are actually pretty easy to fight once you get the rhythm down.
This is pretty metal. Like, this is the coolest the game has looked so far.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say that the Sith are one of the few ancient civilizations that it is entirely justified that they just have random death traps and shit they've built.
Oh yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
It makes sense. Also,
like, oh yeah, by the way, our temples will all kill you.
Also, you might notice that so these statues actually have recycled animations. I think the gold statues are Yoon, because he held his lightsaber real low, and then the other one is she had a blue lightsaber. She was the Force Master.
Okay.
At least I think that was her. It's been a while since we played the original Jedi Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you notice that I can't see anything, but once I look at the face with force seeing on, the eyes light up, and once the eyes light up, so this is a fucking Vornskr.
Oh shit, son! Here we go.
So these things are fucking horseshit to deal with, because they can.
I believe it.
They can attack. So I got lucky on this one, and basically most of these I get lucky on. I eventually figure out a strategy to beat them, but it's really hard because they just passively damage you. If you come into contact with them, they do 25 damage to you. They don't have to attack or anything. They also have a lunge move that goes like halfway across the map. It has knockback, and there's no cooldown.
I wonder. Holy shit!
I'm sure it's probably not the case for a game this old, but I do have to wonder if they're actually programmed to like attack aggressively if you use the Force.
No, I stopped using the Force on them in all but a couple situations because nothing works.
Nice.
Yeah, well, they're Force hunters. They actually use the Force too.
Yeah, that's why you can't
hunt.
Yeah, that's
right. That's why
Force Persuade doesn't work on them.
Right, and that's why the Ilsamiri are native to the same planet. That's why the Ilsamiri developed the ability to nullify the Force. It basically is an evolutionary defense mechanism against the one of the most common predators on the planet, or one of the most dangerous, at least.
Yeah.
They nullify the Force so that the Vornskr cannot.
And I'll say I developed some strats to fight Vornskr, but it's only good for fighting one Vornskr at a time, and later on we're going to fight as many as like 3.
Excellent.
So my strat there is just aggro one of them at a time.
Yeah.
Even though the room is set up so that you aggro all of them at once. And then there's also like places where like I just start skipping secrets at this point because just fuck it, like it's. Yeah. All the secrets are protected by Vornskr, basically.
Oh god. Well, and also, like, at this point, like, you never needed them, but it's just like, why bother?
And so now I have to traverse a water maze, which is long enough that I can only navigate it by using force speed. And it's
That's
dark, so...
it's also got Dianogas and a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Also, if I take the wrong path here, I will go to a room that just is full of fucking Vornsker.
God damn it. That's so great. I love it. Just like, here's some Vornsker. Get wrecked.
Yeah. And then I have to just mash up against this. Like, I'm just hitting space really, like, as fast as I can, because I have to push this back before I run out of breath. And then get to there, yeah.
Correct path also has Vornsker. No.
The entire rest of the game is just a gauntlet. This is like your Doom, or I don't know. I guess even modern shooters do this, because you're basically just going from encounter to encounter to hit a switch to open a door.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's well, at least with Doom, it's find the key to get through the door. But yeah.
Yeah.
It could be worse. There could be a boss rush.
Yeah.
You'd have to be like, remember all those Dark Jedi from the previous game? Here they are now. Fight them all, one after another.
You have to fight them. Honestly, that would probably be easier.
Do it, scrub. Do it.
That would honestly be easier than fighting all these fucking Vornskers. Because the Dark Jedi actually have like follow rules and stuff.
Are those supposed to be the like Ansanzi or like the
Yeah,
the
that's
old,
what they are.
Those things? Yeah, the old. They were supposed to be old servants to the Sith.
Cool.
Like they served as like their assassins and shit.
Yeah, no, and that explains why they're such shit wreckers. Like, I will always approach them with Force Persuade because they get you can kill them with the lightsaber like straight up, but they have pretty good attack priority. And they can just do 2 attacks without cooldown, and each attack does 50 damage when you only have 100 life.
Nice.
So it makes sense that they're fucking baller-ass assassins. Because they're also baller-ass brawlers. And then, yeah, these guys, like, you talk about a boss rush, but these guys are basically the first 2 Dark Jedi encounters from the game without Force powers.
Okay.
Like, they use the same animations and the same kind of priorities. It's just that Yoon could do Force Blind and Force Jump and Force Persuade. And I can't remember, I think the, I wish I could really remember her name, but she could do, I think, Force Choke. So you had to, like, if they had Force powers, and you had to fight all of them, like, that would be terrible, because Force Choke is what, is what they'll do when you get away from them, and you're, like, distracted. And now I have, I picked up a Force power-up, so now I have Infinite Force for a little bit. Which makes sense, because I'm in the Sith Temple. Which just wore off. Not the Sith Temple. Sith Temple is forever.
It's okay, guys. We just need to wait till the Sith Temple wears off.
Democracy has kicked in!
Shit, I wonder if there's any Star Wars civs and mods for Civilization 5.
I'm sure there are many.
I would be surprised if there
seen
were.
any, at least among the like actually highly rated ones. Not like the Metal Gear Solid ones or the Madoka ones. Yes, they have Metal Gear Solid civs that are made by one of the better modders that all have like super unique mechanics. Snake,
that's really cool.
You have the Military Sans Frontier.
Right.
Frontiers, which they cannot make new cities, but instead they get influence and and gold and money for having military units stationed in city-state territory.
Nice.
So
they're just mercenaries, yeah.
Yep, and then but while they're in the city-state territory, periodically they'll basically spawn just barbarians around you to fight.
Nice.
So that you have to work for. So yes, they basically are hired mercenaries to protect weak civs. They also have a mechanic where you upgrade the main base, and eventually you can, of course, make Metal Gear.
Nice.
Metal Gear?
Does Metal Gear have nukes?
Yes.
Also, is the main capital of Military Sans Frontiers Outer Heaven?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Yes, it's it's Outer Heaven, and then
nice
there's Ocelot's faction, whose name I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Kyle gives his monologue.
I should know this.
Mara, you should not have come.
What's going on, Kyle? When you located the temple, why didn't you report in?
Because when I found the temple, I found a part of me which I couldn't deny. I found a greater source of power than I had ever known.
Here in these ruins?
Don't judge with your eyes, Mara. Reach out with the Force. Sense the power of the Sith around you. Accept it.
No! I sense only evil and death. Kyle, we have to get you away from here.
I have chosen my destiny, and it lies here. Because of our friendship, I offer you the chance to leave, but do not persist in pursuing me. If you do, I will not be responsible for the consequences.
Kyle, wait!
Well, she got better from that pretty fast.
I like the look of this, but there's no other way.
Oh.
So, next time, Internet.
Dun dun dun!
Damn it.